Hey guys, it's Kristal from You Move Fit. I am here today with some music in the background for our yoga listening pleasure. I am giving a shout out here to Ramses B. We've got royalty free, no copyright. Oh, it looks like Joe is texting me. Hey Joe. Little shout out to Joe too. So we've got some royalty free music. So right there, I can use it freely without crediting, blah, blah, blah. Oh. I don't want to do whatever I just hit there. So I'm giving a shout out. Credit you, Ramses B. And we're listening to his playlist. All right. All right, guys. So here we are. It is Yoga Thursday. A little more upbeat music today. We're going to relax our shoulders. Make sure our knees are not locked. Nice deep breaths. Jamie's not here. He took the girls and happy out for a nice walk. It's awesome out today. Get some fresh air. Nice deep breath. We're going to do a nice slow head roll to one side. Making sure your shoulders are nice and low. Don't bring your shoulders up to meet your ears. Nice deep breath. Nice slow roll. Keeping your feet nice and firmly planted. And your knees nice and loose. All the way around. There we go. Nice and slow. We're going to go in the opposite direction. Same thing. Shoulders back. Nice and relaxed. Nice deep breath. Nice slow head roll. Nice deep breath. And just leave your day off your mat. Come to your mat, leave everything else off your mat. There you go, and bring your head back to the neutral position. Right. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to do some nice shoulder rolls. Shoulder rolls. Let's turn this down just a little bit. All right. Nice big shoulder rolls. Again, make sure your knees aren't locked. Nice and relaxed. Nice deep breath. Think about everything you've accomplished this week. Even if it was just getting out of your bed. You got out of bed today? Good for you. You made your bed, bonus points. Bonus points for you for making that bed. Nice shoulder rolls. You can do one at a time like this. You can do both shoulders at the same time. Nice big shoulder rolls. Just take your time with it. There's no race with it. That's really okay. It's not a race. It just is supposed to feel good. Stretch it out. All right. Right now we're getting our bodies warmed up and loosened up. Like any other exercise, you don't want to throw your body right into something. It's not like you would just go run a 5K, just hop out of your car after work and go run a 5K. With yoga, you want to warm your body up and get ready for it too. So okay, we're going to widen our stance. Nice and wide. If you don't want to go off your mat, you can go lengthwise and stay on your mat. I'm going to hop right off my mat, straight on my mat. My toes are pointed out. My body's nice and tall. Shoulders are back. Fixing my shirt. Arms are coming up nice and tall, nice big stretch. Deep breath, shoulders are down. We're going to be bending our knees into a nice squat, making sure that our knees don't go past our toes, and our arms are not just like limp noodles. Arms are up, nice with a purpose. We're going to be bending our knees and bringing our arms down. So our elbows come in toward our rib cages, and our hands stay just like this. So kind of like the puppet thing. I don't know if you were familiar with, gosh, that boy band Justin Timberlake, you know, that, I know what you guys know what I'm talking about. That, now that that song's in your head. So these moonflowers come down and back up. So you're focusing on your legs. You get a nice little squat here. You're breathing, bringing everything up and down. So again, it all has a purpose. We're not just flopping ourselves around. We're standing up nice and tall, bringing everything down, and back up. Do this a few times. Remember to keep breathing. If you have somebody there with you, you can chit chat with them. If you don't, you can chit chat with yourself. We'll do a few more of these. There's 3 and 2. And really stretch it out. And 1. All right. Shake it out a little bit. The next one, our sunflowers, are very similar. We're going to add a little hinge halfway through, hinge at the hips. It's a fancy way of just saying bend at the waist while keeping your back nice and straight. So it's like a hinge, like a door hinge. So we're going to start again. Arms up. Do a nice bend here at the knees. Arms come down. Then there's that hinge. So you're hinging at the hips. Stretching towards the floor. My elbow or my shoulder cracked. I don't know if you can hear it. I heard it. Nice big stretch up. It really does feel good. So you're coming down here. Hinge at the hips. Stretching down. Nice and gentle. And only do what feels good for your body. If this isn't working for you, don't do the whole thing. You want to challenge our bodies, not hurt them. So if you get to a point where your body says, I don't think so, listen to your body. It's okay. You have nothing to prove to anybody. Just do what feels good for you. More breathing. More hip hinging. Nice sunflowers. Think about sunflowers, they'll be coming up here pretty soon. We are in spring. It's gonna be great. Got green grass growing. Easter's coming. Everything's gonna be beautiful. Sun's been out more. And there we go. Nice big stretch. Shake it out. All right. Now for the next one, we're going to do some chairs. So bring your legs about hips width apart. There we go. For the chairs, when you go down, your butt goes back. So your knees don't go above your toes, or past your toes rather, and your arms will come up. I like mine to come about shoulders height. Some people like theirs to go up a little bit higher. It's personal preference, honestly, personal preference. Some instructors have them go higher. I keep mine a little lower. You can also add a little bit of a toe lift, and we will get into that. So if you go down, your butt goes back. So you go down, butt goes back, arms come up about shoulder height here. Then if you're feeling froggy, you can add the toe lift. And with a toe lift, your knees can go a little past your toes. You'll be all right. Hold that there. Remember to keep breathing. Those shoulders from scrunching up to your ears. There you go. And just keep breathing. It'll be all right. And it's better if you smile. Everything's better if you smile. It's true. Just keep breathing. Some people's chairs are a little bit higher than other people's chairs, and that's okay. We all have different chairs. It's like Goldilocks. Okay. And back up. It feels good to move. Thursday yoga day. Pretty soon it would be Thursday yoga day with tips on how not to have your natural hair color show. It's getting pretty interesting around here, pretty quick. A few more chairs. We'll do one more for good measure. Keep breathing. Back up. There we go. Shake that out. Feels good. All right. Gonna back it on up a little bit. We're gonna work ourselves down to a downward facing dog. So if you haven't already, you can back up to the back of the mat. I'm trying to stay within camera range. Without my camera guy percussionist here, I'm not really sure if I'm in, so we're hoping for the best. All right, so we're gonna bend our knees a little bit, work ourselves down to the mat, and walk our hands forward. I like to have my fingers spread apart here to disperse the weight. Hips are nice and high. Our head goes between our arms. There we go. Remember to keep breathing. Nice shoulder stretch here. You can either keep your legs in a nice straight position here. You can do alternating knee bends. Get a nice stretch. Aim those heels toward the mat. And nice stretch in those calves. Keeping those hips nice and high. Nice stretch. Pressing those palms into the mat. Get a nice shoulder stretch. Nice deep breaths. And as always, if being in the traditional downward facing dog position is not going to work for you, you can do this along the wall, or you can forego the downward dog altogether. Modify as necessary. All right. A couple more stretches here. Our knees down to the mat. Make sure we're nice and aligned here. So now we're in a tabletop position. In the tabletop, we'll make sure our shoulders are over our wrists, hips over our knees. Nice strong position. We're going to do some cat-cow positioning. All right, so when we take a nice deep breath, we're going to drop our belly buttons down to the mat. And well, not down to the mat, but down towards the mat. Take a nice deep breath and look up towards the ceiling. That'll be the cow position. On the exhale, we will tuck in our pelvis and tuck in our chin and around our backs. And on the inhale, nice stretch for those abs. And on the exhale, tuck everything back in again. Nice cat pose. Inhale. Exhale. cow. And exhale back into that cat position. And one more really big inhale. And one more really big exhale. And then we'll meet back at the neutral tabletop. Make sure we're nice and realigned again. There we go. Hips over our knees and shoulders over our wrists. All right, and from here, we're going to do our spinal balancing. So what we're going to do, take one of our hands here. I'll try not to signify hands because if you want to mirror me, it ends up being a little bit backward. So we'll take first this hand and then opposite foot. So opposite foot is flexed. One hand forward and really stretching that hand like somebody's pulling it. And you've got, Jamie just peeked in the window, I'm so sorry. Good. That foot pressing back. One hand is reaching forward for 5 good breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back in. Now the opposite hand goes out. Again, match that up with the opposite foot. And you're really stretching and pressing. 5, 4, and 3. You can do this. It's balancing. You got this. And 1. And it feels really, really good. Get yourself situated again. Same thing. So now this time you're on the same hand that you started with. Stretch and press. 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it back in. Last time with the other hand. Stretch and press. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in, and from here, sink right down into child's pose. Get a nice stretch to your lower back. And check in, see which muscles feel really good. See which muscles need to be stretched a little more. See what just feels awesome. It's a good time to check into your body and give yourself some props on what feels amazing. You can do fist on top of fist. You can do, I call it hot potato. If you don't want your head going all the way to the floor, do one of these. You can have your arms like this. You can have your arms like this. You can have your legs apart. You can have your legs together. However, you can get a nice stretch of whatever's going to work for you in child's pose. So take some good deep breaths here. And I am going to pause this video because my husband and children are outside and it's a little bit chilly out there. So I'm going to resume this video in just a little bit. Thanks for understanding, guys. Hold on.